What's up, guys? It's me, Owen. I am back with another video. I'm back with another NASCAR Diecast review, another NASCAR Authentics Diecast review from Wave 2. And it's a next-gen diecast. We have next-gen diecast here at the NATO household. So this one is, and it's funny enough that the last guy I reviewed was Dale Jr.'s car from Wave 2. This is Brad Keselowski, because Keselowski, Earnhardt, sort of thing. This is Brad Keselowski's number 6 RFK Racing test car for of course, RFK Racing. The one thing I want to point out is on camera, it's making the green in the background. It makes the green and silver look like Eagles colors, like the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not even joking. It's actually kind of cool because the green is brighter on the box. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get this diecast out of the box and get on with the review. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on future videos and streams. By the way, that's the rest of Wave 2 and whatnot. And also, make sure to use code ANJJ for $5 off on orders of $30 or more at Circle B Diecast. Here's the sticker that it comes with. And here is the Next Gen Diecast out of the box. So yes, this is the first time I've gotten to review a next gen diecast on the channel, which is pretty freaking neat. And yeah, so I mean, first of all, one of the biggest differences between this and a regular car or the previous cars is the bottom. The whole Lionel Racing made in China thing is so much bigger, but also not a ton of detail outside of the diffusers on the bottom, and that's because that's how the cars are. That's how the bottom of the cars look. But yeah, Brad Keselowski, going into last season, we didn't know what was going to happen with him and Penske, and he turned around at some point during the season and decided, I'm going to go jump ship, and I'm going to go over to Roush Fenway Racing, which now becomes Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing, or RFK Racing for short, and be a, not necessarily, he's not an owner-driver, technically speaking. He's primarily a driver, but, so he's not an owner-driver in the sense of, say, Denny Hamlin with 23XI, and even then, he's not really an owner-driver because he's part owner. It's not like he owns the entire team. But regardless, this was interesting. Of course, Keselowski taking over for Ryan Newman. And going into the season, at least early on, who knew? We didn't know what was going to happen. Chris Buescher, his teammate, won one of the duels ahead of Daytona. I think Keselowski won the other one, if I'm not mistaken. And the season got off to it okay start. Goodyear's a little out of place there. And then, of course, as we all know, he had that big penalty early in the season, which effectively screwed him over the rest of the year. And rightfully so. NASCAR, they're not fucking around with these next-gen cars. If they find that you did something egregious, you're screwed. Now, of course, people want to bring up the whole thing with both Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch with Joe Racing from back at Pocono, and why they didn't get a penalty such as Keselowski. Ironically enough, Michael McDowell, after his car got taken to R&D, as a random selection, he ended up getting a penalty similar to Keselowski. He and his team, I should say, Front Row Motorsports, got a penalty similar to what Keselowski got earlier in the year, which hurt McDowell because he was just outside of the top 20 points wise, and he fell a few spots. Yeah, and like RFK, even without the penalty, I don't necessarily see Brad going to the playoffs. He's had some moments, of speed, but the thing with RFK Racing is that, or at least with Brad's car, it seems like, because Buescher has had his moments as well. But with this car and this team, it's kind of just, okay, you're new affiliation and all of that. Now you're kind of just working out some kinks and stuff. As a whole, the team has done okay, but again, the penalty to Keselowski really screwed him over. And what the comparison thing I was trying to make before, I think what NASCAR felt was that with the Gibbs thing with Hamlin and Busch, the fact that they had finished 1-2 and then got that taken away from them, and all that other stuff, I think NASCAR felt that was penalty in of itself, considering it happened in post race, where they had found it. But regardless, that's a different topic for a different day. At this point for Keselowski, the only way he can get into the playoffs is he has to win. Probably at Daytona, and we know how he can be at Daytona. He can be a pusher, but he can also be a blocker and throw some stupid blocks. I mean, but all in all, we'll just have to see how the season finishes out for him. And if he doesn't make the playoffs, granted, a bunch of people who probably could be in the playoffs won't. Blaney and Martin Truex Jr. Anybody? We'll see. We've got 3 races left. Till the playoffs at least. But aside from that, either way, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with RFK Racing moving forward. Past this season, how much longer Keselowski races for, and who may take over for him in the future. So, with all that being said, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on future videos and streams, and use code ANJJ for $5 off on orders of $30 or more at Circuit Diecast. I will catch you all next time.